I'm Joost from KIDSTOYS.STUDIO and I'm here with the LEGO City Fire Rescue Boat. And this is a really cool playset. You get 3 characters here. One is in a little dinghy, which is on fire. And he looks really scared, so that's pretty cool. And then you have 2 rescue workers here. One with a megaphone, of course the large boat, and one with a cool rescue pack here. I think it can fly and it can definitely shoot these water squirts, which are just these little transparent blue circles. And you can easily put that back in so he can go for another round. So that's pretty cool. It was a really fun build and it is for 5 years and up. And I think that's pretty correct. The 4-year booklets, they have really simple steps and like the blocks in a hand, so a child can really see what to grab. And from 5 years and up, it gets a little bit more difficult with a few steps per page, but nothing too difficult. My son is 5 and he was able to make this all on his own. Maybe just one question here and there, but nothing too serious. Now it comes with 2 books, which is also pretty nice. So you can build this in 2 steps if you'd like. One is for the boat and the guy with the jetpack, and the other is for this large boat. Now this boat is made of one piece, so it's easier to put together, but that also ensures that this boat can actually float. So you can play with this in water as well, which is a nice little addition because that adds to the genuineness of this product here. Now this little guy can shoot, so that's cool. The boat can shoot as well. So you can push out the pin here and then it can spout water as well. And what I always like with Lego, you get a few extra pieces of the most important parts. So if you lose any, you can still build this. And you also get a few of these extra bullets. So if you lose them, which you probably will, then you have some left. Now the boat is pretty complete. It's cool with red and yellow. And you can take off this piece quite easily. And there's a crate in here that you can take out. And you can add some extra pieces in there as well. And they made sure that you can easily put back the top and take it off again if you'd like. So that adds to the play value here. So all in all, a really complete set. My son loved to build this. I think it took us about 40 minutes in total. And after that, you have a really cool play set. This Lego Fire Station is such a complete set. It comes with a large building, a helicopter over here, 4 characters, which is quite a lot for Lego sets, all with different jobs. So you got a little guy here that works at the fire station office, then 2 firemen or a firewoman and a fireman in full gear, and one with a little helmet on. And you got the fire truck obviously, and you even have some fire here that you can try to shoot down, because the helicopter and the fire truck both can actually shoot their water. So while this set does cost a little, you actually get a lot of value for your money. And there even is a small cup of coffee right here. So the guy has a few workstations that he can work at. Let's look at that. He can work at his computer up top here. Then there's like a large screen with a game controller right over here. And I think that's where the calls can come in, so he can look at the best route for the little fireman to go and save the day. And then there's like his little office right down here. And the doors of the little office actually open, as you can see right here. Then there's another cool feature, which is the, well, you have to have this if you are building like a fire station. It's the fire pole, so you can slide down there. And then here on top there's the helicopter pad with a helicopter. You've got a little guy in there as well, so there's actually 5 characters here. And this helicopter can also actually shoot. So let's look at that. So that way you can try and put out the fire. And they go back in quite easily. So it says on the box it's for 6 years and older, and I think that's fair. My son got this for his 5th birthday, but he was able to put a lot of it together by himself. But it is a large set, so he didn't really have the patience to put it all together in one go. So I think we maybe took like 4 goes to really put everything together. But the fun thing is, like the helicopter, the car and the building, those are 3 separate booklets. So you can just build one and then do the next one in your next building session. So your kid can have the feeling that they did finish something. So there was one thing that was pretty hard to build for my son, and that is like the sliding door here. I think that's definitely one thing that you would have to help them with, especially if they're 5 or 6 years old, because that's not easy to put together. Because you have to wiggle that in between these poles over here and then try to hold that together while you place the top on. So that's a pretty difficult thing to do. Okay, so the fire truck can move through there. And let's look at that. So you've got the fire over here, and one thing that you can do is try and put those out with the water shooter. And it says in the booklet, it's a little image of a guy with a tear in his eye, and my son asked, so why is that little guy there? And okay, so now we know, because this thing can fire that water thing with quite the force. So it's fun to do. Here's the fire, and fun to try and put that out, but it's also quite fast. So for one, you need to make sure that you're playing in an area where these things won't get lost easily. So like the water from the fire truck has been underneath our couch for numerous times. We have been looking for the little accessories on more than one occasion. So let me get that in there again. So that's quite easy to do. Just click it in and then you're good for another go. The fire truck does have a few cool details, but I perhaps would have liked if there were actual sounds here in the sirens, because they're just clip-on plastics. So it doesn't make any sound, but maybe that's just me. All of the fire trucks my son has had in the past, they weren't Lego, but they did have like these sirens, so we were kind of just expecting it to be able to do that, but it didn't. You can also open the little door here, and then here's a little crate for all of their stuff. There's actually a cool little axe here, and a water bottle, spray can, I think for the smaller fires. And then there are a few other cool little details. So you got a little dog that comes with the set, a little fire dog. And over here, where the tree is, you have a little fire hydrant and also a cat that needs to be rescued. So there's a little ladder that you can attach to the fire truck, like so, and then you can take it and use it to rescue the little cat, because that's what firemen do, right? They put out fires and they rescue little cats. So all in all, there are a lot of pieces here, and it's very fun to play with this set. I think this is one of the coolest Lego sets my son has. It's quite large, it has 540 pieces, and it's 12 inches high, that's 30 centimeters. 13.5 inches wide, that's 34 centimeters, and 12.5 inches deep, that's 32 centimeters, so it does take up quite some space. Now another cool feature is you can connect this to other Lego City sets, because it has a little road going through it, and you can remove this part so you can connect it to other pieces of road. This way you can build your entire Lego City set. And I've been told that these characters are also in the Lego City series, but I don't know them. So I'll just have to take their word for that. I think all in all, me and my 5-year-old son, we took about 2.5 hours to put all of this together. So that was fun, and he's been playing with it ever since. I'm Joost from KIDSTOYS.STUDIO, and I'm here with the Lego City Off-Road Fire Truck. And this is a pretty cool small little set for 5 years and up. And I think that age range is correct. With 5 years they should be able to make this all by themselves, especially if they have some experience with Lego already. 4 years, maybe a little, but you have to help them just a little bit, especially with the car, because this car is made up of all separate pieces. So it's a really fun little build. I think they get this done in around 15 minutes or 20 minutes or so. And the premise of the set is pretty cool. You have this fireman, or firewoman actually, with a fish, and she's trying to get this little cat out of the tree. And there also is a little fire right here. It's like a campfire, which can also be put out, because there also is a little water blaster right here that the fire lady can use as well. So it can actually shoot, which is also pretty cool. Now, Lego always gives a few extra blocks here, and a few of these are some extra of these transparent water blocks. So if you lose one, because it will shoot out pretty fast, if you lose one you still have some spares, and also some spares for the most important things, like for the little flame. And then there's a little ladder here, so the firewoman can go up and get the cat, which is actually really cute. And that can sit in the tree. And the cool thing about the car is you can remove the top very easily because of these smooth blocks underneath. And then the firewoman can also sit in the car, and it rides pretty smoothly. So my son really loves this, and he loves playing with it, but also building it. So that's the cool thing about Lego. You get something to build, but you can also play with it.